Amazing people. What we're doing now is we're looking at the volume of prisms and we're going to work out how to calculate volumes. Now, one of the key ways of doing this is to, particularly when you've got rectangular prisms, is to use this formula where we're going to have the volume, and that's going to be equal to the length times the breadth times the height of the solid object we've got. Now remember, breadth is another word for width, which we can use here. And so we're just looking for the three dimensions that we can use of an object. So we're looking for one to show us the length of the object, one to show us the width of the object, and another one to show us the height of the object. So we're just looking at it in those three dimensions here. Now, in these examples, what we want to do is we want to apply this formula to find out the volume of these objects. So for this first one, we can see we've got a solid object and we've got little cubes to help us understand a bit more what's happening here. Now, one thing we could do when we're presented with the cubes like this is we can count up the number of cubes we've got here. And I'll do that at the end to show you how it matches up with the working we're about to do. But what we are going to do is our working out. And so the volume in this case is going to be equal to 2 times 3 times 4. So I'm just multiplying each of those numbers together. And so as I work this out, the first thing, which is just working on the area at the end here, that's going to give us 6, and we still need to times that by 4. And when we follow this through completely, we end up with 24, and that's going to be centimeters cubed. Now, like I said, we can also do this by counting the blocks on here. So if we look here, there's 2 rows exactly the same. So if we just count one of the rows and double it, that will also give us this answer 24. So if we look at the top, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 there. So if we were to double those 12 blocks for the next row underneath, that would also give us the 24 centimeters cubed. So we can see how we get the volume here. Now, in this next example, we don't have the cubes to work through here. What we do have is some measurements we can work through. So we can just rely on doing the working out in this instance. So what we need to do is we need to multiply each of these numbers together. So it's going to start by doing 20 times 10 times 40. So as we work this out, first of all, it's just dealing with calculating the area or the cross section at the end here. And so that's going to be equal to 200, which we still need to times by 40. So the last step in working this out, this is going to give us 8,000, and this is going to be in centimeters cubed because that's the units which we're working with here.